Okay, so I think last month kita berapa kali sih kita jumpa hari itu? I think once only. I think once. Ya, ya. Teacher buat satu kali kelas ya kan kita hari itu 2 kah? Alright, it's okay. So okay, I heard that your exam baru-baru ini ada improvement, betul?
Ya.
Ya.
Yeah.
Markah first, your first ujian berapa?
For bila punya this year.
Yeah.
Maths.
Yep, maths.
67.
And yang baru-baru nih?
Satu kali je. Baru je satu kali.
Oh, baru satu kali lah.
This
So
year,
okay lah. So this one okay lah kan puas hati?
Ya, puas.
Alright, that's good. Alright. Okay, teacher mau tanya, sekarang di sekolah kamu belajar sampai chapter mana sudah?
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4 scale drawing.
Ya.
Oh, lama juga kamu. Kalau tempat teacher mengajar sekarang tahu sampai mana sudah dong? Chapter 6 sudah dong, circle. Yeah, that's the thing. Teacher, okay, actually teacher bulan 6 nih teacher akan ajar form 3. So for the school, but I don't know. They are so fast. But then PT3 tidak kan, Tony?
Ya, tidak this year.
So, okay, it's okay. Walaupun tidak PT3, you need to go on. Okay, we need to go on. Okay, because why? You are going to have SPM. Okay, and SPM semua kena tes. Alright. Okay, so untuk chapter, okay, last time teacher, okay, I leave you until saving and investment about apa kan? To apa? I equal to PRT, remember?
Iya.
Okay, so how about, okay, kita kalau teacher go through saying investment, this topic, is it okay for you?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay, so there are a few examples teacher can share with you so that just take note and then kita akan discuss sama-sama lah, boleh?
Ya, boleh.
All right. So okay, last time, okay, our class teacher we discussed about the simple interest. Okay, simple interest. Okay, the simple interest formula dia yaitu I equal to PRT, remember? Okay, so what is P?
Principal.
Okay, P is principal. What is R?
Rate.
Okay, principal. This is a rate. Okay, their interest rate, betul?
Interest rate, ya.
Okay, and then how about T?
Time.
Time ataupun period of time. Okay, so this is time. What? Alright, so this is a simple interest. I think the calculation kita kamu sudah go through apa? Okay, so today kita akan go through for another formula which is about MV. Tahu MV?
Yeah, tahu.
What is MV?
Compound interest.
Okay, compound interest. Dia MV ini compound interest ataupun dia punya nama lain adalah matured
value.
Yes, matured value. Okay, so dia matured value. Okay, so matured value, okay, dia ada apa? Dia masuk dalam compound interest. Okay, still remember what is the formula?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, what is the formula? MV equal to
P.
All right.
Bracket. 1 plus R over N.
All right.
Bracket.
Power of
N T.
T. All right. Okay, so this is the formula, and then kalau tengok sini P adalah principal, R adalah interest rate. How about N?
Number of month.
Okay, number of time interest. Maksudnya berapa tahun, kan?
Oh ya.
Okay, dia berapa tahun? This one selalunya kita akan tengok per year. Okay, dia berapa tahun dia compounded interest, and then NTT adalah time, and then N adalah number of year juga. Alright, dia cuma tambah N sahaja di sini kan?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so teacher just go through one example, maybe contoh soalan. Okay, like this one. Okay, example. Okay, example dia calculate. Okay, is this the example? Alright. Okay. So for example, okay, contoh, okay, ada nama satu Adam. Adam save, okay, dia save RM1,500 ringgit. Alright, in a bank. Okay, in a bank. Okay, which offers interest rate of 4%. So interest rate dia adalah 4%. Okay. Sebelum teacher proceed, okay, kejap. Jika saya habis dulu soalan, because there's one thing teacher mau share about you. Remember teacher tanya hari itu, what is the difference between saving and also current account?
Saving, yeah.
Okay, hari itu apa teacher cakap? Apa beza saving and current?
Tak ingat.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, nanti teacher akan explain balik so that kamu ada knowledge. After this, kalau kamu pergi bank, kamu tahu sudah apa maksud saving and current. Okay, so calculate the matched value. So kamu kena cari find matched value MV after 2 years. Okay, if the interest, okay, the interest compounded, okay, first one A adalah half yearly. And then B adalah quarterly. Okay, later kita akan. Okay, so teacher just go through untuk yang saving account dengan current account. Okay, so the difference between saving account and current account. Okay, dua-dua account ni actually can be used as individual. Maksudnya Cameron sendiri boleh buka saving, Cameron sendiri boleh buka current account. But the difference between these both adalah saving ada interest. Maksudnya saving dia ada bagi dividend. Okay, dia bukan interest, dividend. Interest kita kena bayar, dividend dia akan bagi kamu, but very low. Okay, current account tiada, zero interest. Okay, itu different yang pertama. Yang kedua, saving. Okay, current account ada checkbook. Pernah dengar checkbook?
Ya, pernah.
Okay, orang yang dapat macam orang bilang, okay, saya mau bagi duit, saya bagi coach check, dia bilang. Okay, check ni macam eksklusif lah. Saving, there's no check. Yes, that's the difference between both of these. Okay, and then nanti kalau kamu pergi bank, kamu akan nampak tuh perkataan CASA. Pernah nampak tak perkataan ni?
Tidak.
Okay, kalau di bank ada satu term dia panggil kasa. Okay, kasa ni maksudnya CA ni adalah current account. SA kamu rasa apa?
Saving account.
Yes. So nanti kalau kau balik ke bank kau dengarkan orang cakap, okay, you want to open a kasa. Kasa mean current account, saving account. Okay, so that's the punya apalah. Okay, so that is one of the info yang teacher belajar sebab teacher actually teacher tinggal dengan banker, so that's why teacher tanya juga lah, what is the difference between saving account, what is the between the saving account, current account, and also fixed deposit. Okay, fixed deposit. Okay, beza saving dengan fixed deposit adalah saving kau bila-bila boleh kasih keluar, fixed deposit kau hanya boleh keluarkan within a period. Maksudnya kau tidak boleh keluarkan sembarangan. Okay, so take note untuk yang tua, because you are in form 3, later on you are going to form 4, mungkin kamu mau ambil business. Dalam business kamu kena belajar pasal accounting as well. Alright? Yes. Okay. So that's why you need to have that general knowledge lah. This is a general knowledge in banking. Alright, so we go back to the question. Okay, so Adam save. This is apa? Kita panggil dia sebagai principal, huruf P. Interest rate adalah huruf R. And then this is MV after 2 years. 2 years adalah huruf
T.
Alright. So if the interest compounded half yearly. Okay, kalau half yearly, kita apa dia punya nilai N?
Half yearly.
Half yearly maksudnya berapa bulan sekali?
6.
6 bulan kan? So maksudnya 6 kan?
Ya.
So ada berapa compounded di situ? Ada 2. Okay. Lepas tu how about quarterly?
4.
Remember quarter is dia ada 1/4. 1/4 is a quarter. Alright?
Okay.
So untuk solution dia, teacher just tulis solution sini. Okay, for the solution, okay. Let me draw a line first. Okay. And then Solution. Okay, so solution untuk A. Okay, untuk ini kamu sudah jumpa P is 15,000. Okay, R is, okay, 4% macam mana kamu tulis?
0.04.
Alright, and then how about T?
2 over. It
T
is
berapa?
2 over
2 saja.
12. Oh,
2 saja.
Oh.
T hanya 2 saja.
Okay.
T adalah 2. How about N? Untuk A, N dia berapa?
And 2.
2. Nampak juga screen kan?
Ya, nampak.
Alright. Okay. So you are using formula MV is equal to P. P adalah 15,000 times with 1 plus R. R adalah 0.04 over N. N adalah berapa?
2.
2. Okay. Power of N adalah 2 times T adalah
2.
2. So try to calculate.
Um, 16,236 ringgit 49 cent.
Okay, 16,236 ringgit and
49.
49. Berapa belakang dia? 4 apa? 4 apa?
4824.
4824.
Oh no, 48.
48 dah, jangan 49 sebab dia masih 482. Kalau 2 jangan bundarkan. Alright, boleh?
Ya.
Okay, that is for A. Okay, untuk B pun sama juga, cuma N adalah 4. Okay, so we just change MV equal to 15,000 times with 1 plus 0.04 over 4, betul?
Yeah.
Okay, over 4. Alright, and then power of N times T. N times T is 2 times 4. Alright, coba kira dapat berapa? Tidakkah kawan kamu mau cari tuition lagi?
Tidak.
Ya.
16,242 ringgit 85 cents.
Alright. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the solution. Okay, so just a little, just for highlight. Okay, untuk highlight dia adalah yang pasal yang this one. Okay, teacher just kasih just remind for you untuk yang half. Okay, kalau half yearly tadi N equal to 2. Okay, kalau N equal to 1 apa?
Yearly.
Yearly, okay. Dia 1 tahun kan? Okay, kalau N equal to 2 is half yearly. Okay, half yearly. Okay, how about N equal to, okay, N equal to 4 adalah?
Quarterly.
Quarterly. Okay, how about, okay, another one is N equal to 12. 12 is?
Monthly.
Monthly. Okay, try to ingatlah ini.
Okay.
Alright, so I think so far calculation wise should be no problem. Okay, so this one teacher boleh tinggalkan sudah because I think you have the understanding sudah. Okay, so the next one will be, okay, kita akan bincang pasal return of investment. Okay, return of investment. Okay, return of investment ataupun dikenali sebagai apa?
ROI.
Yes, ROI. Okay, kenapa kena ada return of investment ni?
Tidak tahu.
Okay, return on investment ni kenapa perlu ada benda ni? Sebab kita mau tahu kita loss atau kita gain. Maksudnya kita ada untung atau kita ada rugi. Okay, so that's ROI. So ROI ni, okay, it's a ratio of profit. Okay, it is a ratio of profit or losses. Okay, against the value. Okay, the value of the initial investment. Okay, jadi selalunya ROI ini orang akan guna dalam pelaburan. Okay, either it is worth it or it is going to be make you lose. Okay, sama ada kau akan banyak boleh keuntungan ataupun kamu boleh dapat rugi. Okay, so ROI ini sangat penting lah. This formula ROI ini, if let's say in Form 4 you are interested, if you are interested for this type of topic, you might consider to take accounting just like your brother. Okay, your brother pun ambil accounting kan?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can consider about taking accounting. Tapi accounting lagi banyak formula actually. Okay, and return on investment dia punya formula adalah, dia adalah total return, divided by the value of initial, investment times dengan 100%. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, now we go through for example dahulu. Okay, one of the example. Okay, so Siva utilize. Okay, dia utilize RM1000 ringgit to buy a unit trust. Okay, dia beli unit trust. Okay, tahu apa tu unit trust?
Tidak.
Okay, unit trust ni adalah salah satu pelaburan. Contoh dia, one of the unit trust yang well known for Bumis, like us, adalah ASB. Pernah dengar ASB?
Yes. Ya, pernah.
Pernah dengar? ASB adalah Amanah Saham Berhad. Amanah Saham Berhad ni dia bagi untuk those, Bumis macam kita untuk buat investment and then we get the return. Maybe this is the right time for you to ask your parent whether you have ASB or not. Try to ask your parent. Cakap ada ASB ke tidak? Kalau tidak, please open account for me. Cakap. Because this is for your own good. Alright. So this money invest to the unit trust. After 1 year, after a year, 1 tahun, he sold all the unit trust. All this unit trust is sold. After sold, and then he received, dia receive RM1000. Maksudnya dia receive 1000 daripada 1000 ni adalah dia punya dividend. Because dia sudah sold. And then 1000 ni adalah penambahan. Dia bukan saya kasih masuk 10,000, saya dapat 1,000. Bukan maksudnya gitu. Dia jual nih, maksudnya dia jual tapi dia dapat balik duit, but dia receive lagi another extra 1000. Alright, that is the receive 11,000. Teacher tersalah nampak sudah. 11,000 maksudnya dia sudah termasuk sekali dengan dia punya apa? 11,000. RM 11,000 receive. All right. And then within the period of holding the unit trust, he received dividend of 200 twice. Dalam tempoh setahun ni, dia terima dividend. Receive dividend twice. Dividend of RM 200 ringgit, 2 kali. Dia terima dividen sebanyak 2 kali. 2,000. So the question is calculate. Calculate the value of investment. Atau apa? The value of investment return, maksudnya ROI dia. Obtained by Siva. Obtained by Siva. Alright. So, kalau jumpa soalan ni, first thing apa yang kamu kena buat?
Tulis dia punya formula.
Oh, sorry. So, the formula. What is the formula?
ROI equals to total return over value of initial investment times 100%.
times 100%. So initial times dengan 100%. Initial pun salah ejak sudah. Okay, teacher tulis initial salah. Okay, initial investment. Alright. Okay, so total return plus initial investment. Okay, jadi kalau kamu tengok, okay, what is the initial?
10,000.
10,000, alright. Okay, this is dia punya initial, kita panggil initial capital. Maksudnya dia punya capital apa ni? Permulaan dia. Okay, initial capital, and then within that, okay, within 1 year, okay, apa yang dia terima? Dividen kan?
Iya.
Okay, dividen dia terima berapa?
2,000.
2,000 kah? 200?
200.
Okay, dia terima 200, tapi dia cakap dia terima berapa kali?
Twice.
So kena darab 2.
2.
So kalau 200 times 2 is
400.
400. Okay, so this is the dividend. Okay, and then kalau kamu tengok dia masa dia simpan, and then bila dia sold out, dia receive 11,000. Dia ada peningkatan kah atau kekurangan? Increase or lose?
Increase.
Increase kan. So kita boleh cakap dia punya apa? Gain. Okay, berapa dia gain adalah kita tolak dia punya final, iaitu yang dia receive minus dengan dia punya initial, which is how much?
1,000.
1,000. Okay, and then kalau kita tengok sini, okay, dia punya return, okay, total return maksud dia apa yang dia dapat ekstra. So kalau tengok yang dapat ekstra adalah dividen dengan apa? Yang gain ni kan?
Gain, yeah.
Okay, so maksudnya dia punya total return adalah sama dengan berapa tambah berapa?
400 plus 1,000.
Okay, 400 plus dengan 1,000 is equal to
1,400.
1,400. Alright. So, okay. Kalau tengok daripada sini, adakah kita boleh guna formula ni?
Yeah.
Okay, you can use the formula. ROI sama dengan total return. What is the total return?
1,400.
Okay, divided by initial
10,000.
10,000. Okay. And then times with berapa persen?
100.
100%. So what do you get?
0.14.
0.14.
Yep.
Okay, 100% tu kena tulis 100% ah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, 14.
14. Okay, ingat, untuk ROI kamu kena tulis percentage.
Okay.
Okay, so maksudnya dia punya return of investment dia adalah 14%. Okay, apa cerita di sebalik 14% ni? Okay, cikgu just explain ya. Okay, kalau dia punya the value is more than, okay, is more than 0 atau dia adalah positif, maksudnya dia punya return of investment adalah good. Okay, dia dapat banyak profit. Okay, he gain a lot of profit. But if your return of investment is negative, meaning to say you lose a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so maksudnya it is not worth it for you to invest. So this is 14%. Do you think this is worth to invest or not?
Yes.
Yes, because it's 14%. Siapa mau bagi 14% kan?
Yeah.
Right? So that's return on investment. Alright. Okay, itu adalah salah satu dia. Okay, another question. Another one question. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. So another example. Okay. So contoh, okay, in 2010. Okay, 2010. Okay, Mr. Fong. Okay, Mr. Fong, he bought a terrace house. Okay, terrace house ataupun kita cakap sebuah rumah saja lah. Okay, he bought a house. Okay, bought. Okay, bought a house. Okay, dia punya price house time tu adalah RM 350,000. Okay, this is the price of the house, which is very expensive lah in 2010 ah. Okay, so maybe it's cheap. Okay, because remember, harga rumah setiap tahun akan naik. Alright, dia bukan harga tetap saja. Alright, dulu murah lah sebab dulu orang rasa RM1 pun mahal. Sekarang RM1 itu sedikit saja kan?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. He cleared 10% down payment. Okay. So dia tulis sini he clear 10% down payment. Okay. Dia clear 10% down payment. Okay, of RM 35,000. Okay, maksud down payment dia bayar 10%. Okay, daripada sini dia sudah bayar 10%. Maksudnya kalau kamu tengok pun kalau kira betul-betul 350,000 times 10% kamu dapat ini juga, betul?
Iya.
Okay, so maksudnya ini dia sudah tolak lah, dia sudah bayar 10% tuh. Okay, during the purchase. During the purchase. Alright. And then apa yang dia buat lagi after 10 years? Okay, after 10 years. Okay, so after 10 years. Alright. And then he sold the house at the marketplace. Okay, dia sold ni rumah ni. Okay, dia sold again the house. Okay, teacher buat macam gini. Okay, ini sebaik-baiknya sold. Okay, dia sold the house at market price. Dia bagi tahu market price time tu. Okay, harga pasaran ialah RM 540,000. Okay, ini dia sold with the 500. Tengok berapa bezanya kan daripada 10 tahun sebelum ni dan 10 tahun lepas tu. Okay, and then the loan amount amortized to the bank amounting to 4,000 ringgit. Okay, the loan amount. Okay, the loan amount. Wah, ini besar. The loan amount amortized to the bank. Okay, dia amounting to 4,000. Maksudnya bank hanya boleh bagi loan sampai 4,000 ringgit only. Okay, bank loan. Okay, until RM 4,000. Okay, up to bukan 4,000, 400,000. Okay, bank loan 400,000 during the period he managed to earn a rent. Okay, during this period dalam 10 tahun tu dia managed to earn rental. Maksudnya dia mungkin kasih sewa tu rumah dengan orang. Okay, rental dia terima sebanyak RM 80,000. Okay, mungkin dia sewakan rumah orang, sewakan dengan orang, dan in total dalam masa 10 tahun tu dia dapat 80,000. Okay, and then given another expense, okay, expenses incur is 10,000. Okay, another expenses. Wah, banyak kalau benda yang kamu kena apa? Expenses incur. Okay, incur adalah RM 10,000. Alright, so A, soalan dia A, calculate the return. Okay, calculate the return of Mr. Fong. Okay, Mr. Fong real estate maksudnya rumah ni. Okay, investment. So berapakah pulangan yang dia dapat from apa yang dia daripada dia beli rumah ni, and then after 10 years dia sebenarnya dia dapat untung lah. Okay, tapi ada beberapa banyak benda lagi yang dia buat sini. Okay, so how to calculate this? First kita kena tahu what is dia punya initial. Okay, what is the initial value of the house?
350,000.
Okay, 350,000. Sebenarnya ini adalah dia punya investment. Okay, dia invest sebenarnya duit dia 350,000 untuk beli rumah ni. Okay. Kalau kamu perasan, within this 10 years, apa yang dia buat, dia bukan guna ni rumah. But he used his own money to invest so that in the future, he can sell the house and at the same time he get profit. Okay, ini dia punya tujuan. So that's why if you are a businessman, okay, kadang-kadang you are thinking about that. Macam, okay, contoh I have money, so where I want to invest my money. Kadang-kadang I don't know how to do share, okay, buat saham. So what I can do is, okay, saya akan beli beberapa buah rumah, and then at the same time saya akan rental dia, and I know this house have a potential in the future. After 10 years, the house going to increase. I mean the market value akan naik. Alright, so that's what happen nowadays. The businessman, okay, those investor. Okay, macam ini juga. Ini pun sebenarnya a part of investment. Okay, initial dia adalah 350,000. Alright, and then within 10 years tu, berapa rent dia dapat?
80,000.
80,000. Okay, adakah 80,000 ni duit yang dia dapat? Okay, adakah 80,000 ni duit yang dia guna atau duit yang dia terima?
Duit yang dia terima.
Terima dari siapa?
Dari rental.
Dari rental. Okay, so rental ni bukan dia bayar tu rental lah, sebenarnya dia yang terima tu duit. Alright. And then capital gain. Okay, maksudnya capital gain adalah after 10 years kalau perasan market price dia naikkan.
Iya.
Okay, jadi capital gain dia berapa? Daripada berapa ke berapa? Okay, 540,000 betul? 550,000 kan?
Iya.
Okay, kena tolak dengan siapa? RM?
350,000.
Okay, 350,000. Okay. Is it 350,000? Alright. Kalau kita tengok betul-betul lah. Okay, dia punya house adalah 350,000. Dia bought. Okay. But the thing is, apa yang dia buat adalah dia buat down payment dulu.
Down payment.
Okay, so apa yang dia kena tolak adalah dia punya down payment. Bukan dia tolak rumah dia. Okay, down payment dia tolak dulu. Okay, why? Kenapa tolak dengan down payment? Sebab rumah ni tidak boleh beli cash. You cannot bought a house cash. Kalau kau bought house cash, okay, contoh kamu 350,000 ni, kau beli rumah cash, yang akan kejar adalah tax, income tax. They will chase you and they will ask you, where do you get the money? Where from which I don't know. What is your source of income? Okay, kau kerja apa? So you cannot just simply like said, saya bayar 350,000 terus. No, you have to pay down payment. Maksudnya down payment ini adalah your deposit. Okay, ini adalah deposit. And then, okay, ini dia first. Sebab ini adalah saya punya capital mula-mula. Okay, ini dia punya capital. Okay, minus with. Okay, sebab tadi bank kita punya loan tadi up to 40,000 kan?
Ya.
Okay, sebenarnya within 10 years ni, ini adalah loan yang dia bayar. Okay, dia bayar bulan sampai 10 tahun. So kita minus with 400,000. Okay, 400,000. Okay, dia ada minus lagi dengan satu adalah expenses. Maksudnya this one. Expenses ni adalah mungkin kenapa benda ni kena tolak. Okay, sebab itu teacher guna my own money. Okay, I use my own money, maybe expenses dari segi buat apa? Dari segi macam cat or maybe modification of the house. So that is masuk juga 10,000. Okay, so if you minus this, you will get berapa?
$95,000.
95,000, correct. Okay, so there's a different. Okay, kita tidak boleh tolak terus harga rumahnya. Okay, maksudnya dalam pembelian rumah. Okay, I think this is one of the thing yang you have to concern. Okay, dalam beli rumah ni you cannot just minus with the initial price. Yes, initial is 350,000, but the thing is capital gain adalah okay, sebab kita jual rumah ni 540,000. Okay, this is what we sold after 10 years. But untuk tahu kita punya capital berapa? Okay, this yang 35,000, 400,000 and 10,000, that is your capital actually. That is your initial. Cuma tidak nampak benda tu. Alright? Kenapa tidak nampak? Sebab cara macam apa? Itu selama 10 tahun kau spending time tu. Okay? 35,000 tu kau spend for first year. Okay? and then expenses tu 10,000 tu kau spend for 10 years. And then bank loan tu pun kau spend for 10 years. Alright? Hanya 35,000 ni sahaja kau starting kau. This is your initial actually. But the thing is, kenapa initial kita 350,000? Sebab kita mau cerita pasal real estate investment. Okay? Bukan pasal kita punya investment duit kita sendiri. Okay? Kita mau cakap pasal rumah ni. Alright. Jadi kalau kamu tengok sini initial, rent dengan capital gain. So what is your total return? Okay, total return kamu yang mana satu? Okay, total return adalah benda yang kamu dapatkan.
Ya.
Okay, total return adalah benda yang kamu dapat. First adalah this one, betul?
80,000, ya.
Okay, 80,000. And then second one adalah capital gain. Okay. Alright, so kita tambah saja 80,000. Okay, 80,000 plus 95,000. So dapat berapa?
175,000.
Okay, 175,000. Alright, so this is your total return. Then baru kita buat ROI. So ROI adalah sama dengan total return, which is 175,000. Okay, divided by initial. So the initial price of the house is 350,000. And then times with 100%. So what do you get?
Sekejap. 50%.
Betul?
Ya.
Okay, this is the answer. Alright, ada soalan so far?
Tidak.
Tidak. Okay, yang capital gain tu cikgu just terangkan saja. Okay, kenapa capital gain tu, kenapa, okay, teacher mau tanya, kenapa dia tidak tolak dengan 350,000?
Oh ya.
Okay, itu teacher punya soalan sekarang. Kenapa capital gain, instead of kita tolak dengan, kita tolak apa, yang semua yang teacher tulis itu, kenapa tidak tolak saja dengan 350,000?
Sebab 350,000 ialah initial.
Initial, okay.
Ya.
Okay, initial itu satu. Tapi kalau kita tengok soalan sebelum ni, gain ada, okay, gain macam apa? Okay, yes, it is a initial, betul. This is a initial, and then capital gain ni sebenarnya, okay, 95,000 ni sebenarnya adalah duit kamu, apa ni? Your own money. Okay, bukan your own money. This is what you get after you minus with the expenses, after you minus with the down payment. Sebab at the first year, ini yang kamu keluarkan duit. Kamu mau beli rumah ni, 35,000. Alright, so that's why kita tolak ni, because you managed to sold the house at 550,000. Okay, tapi kamu kena tolak juga dengan market, dengan bank, dan tolak expenses kamu, dan juga kamu punya down payment. Okay, kena tolak dengan down payment. This is the deposit. Okay, sebab ini adalah benda yang kamu sudah keluarkan. Okay, duit yang sudah kamu keluarkan, and then kamu mau kira berapa untung yang kamu dapat. Alright, so that is for the capital gain. Okay, okay, so far?
Ya, okay.
Alright, kalau okay, teacher bagi soalan. Okay, try buat soalan ni. Teacher mau tengok your understanding. Okay, the question. Okay, teacher gunakan question. Okay, so the question is, okay, Mr. Ko. Okay, Mr. Ko is a grocer. Okay, is a grocer. Grocer maksudnya apa?
Penjual makanan.
Penjual, okay, penjual makanan, okay, dia penjual makanan, okay. So Mr. Ko, he bought a polystyrene container, okay. Dia beli. Grocer maksudnya dia pembeli, okay. Dia macam grocery kan, dia grocer, okay. So okay, Mr. Ko, okay, She bought a container. Okay, yang ada kan yang polystyrene tu, container polystyrene tu kan. Okay, this is a container. Okay, container harga dia, okay, dia beli banyak lah. Okay, worth RM 5,000. Okay, in March. Okay, in March. Alright. To keep his stock, okay, to keep his stock, okay. So arti kata lain, ini macam dia penjual apa? Macam dia mau menjual polystyrene apa? Polystyrene lepas ni, okay. And then in April, okay, in April, the government has announced, okay, government has announced zero polystyrene. So ini adalah polystyrene, zero polystyrene policy. Okay, apa maksud zero polystyrene policy? Zero polystyrene policy.
Tidak
Okay,
boleh guna. Okay.
Tidak boleh guna.
Polystyrene.
Yes, yang ada kan tapau warna putih itu kan.
Yeah.
Okay, so April government announced tidak boleh guna yang polystyrene itu to be enforced until September onward. Okay, so maksudnya sampai bulan 9 tidak boleh guna polystyrene. Alright. Okay, so immediately Mr. Ko, okay, apa yang Mr. Ko buat? Okay, Mr. Ko sold. Okay, all polystyrene, okay, yang kontainer itu dia jual semua, okay, to the hawker, okay, to the hawker at price RM 4,500. Okay, so the first question is calculate ROI for this transaction. Okay, itu yang pertama. Yang okay, try buat A ni, and then B pula kita bincang if Mr. Ko sell all the container, okay, after September, what is the implication? Okay, explain. Okay, try buat A dan nanti B itu kita bincang sama-sama. Okay, coba buat dulu yang A itu.
Okay.
Kira ROI dia. Alright, okay. Jadi, okay, what is your solution? Okay, first thing apa yang kamu cari?
Dia punya gain.
Okay, dia punya gain. Okay, first cari gain dulu kah? Ataupun cari initial dulu?
Initial. Okay,
Okay,
initial.
so what is the initial? Berapa?
5,000.
5,000. Alright. Okay. And then kita tengok yang kedua. Okay. 5,000. And then kalau tengok dia beli 5,000 tapi dia jual 4,500. Adakah dia gain atau dia lose? Okay, dia lose berapa? Okay, loss dia adalah loss capital berapa? RM 500. Okay, dia punya loss capital adalah 500. So what is dia punya ROI?
Dia punya ROI.
Yep.
Negative 10.
Yes, negative
10%.
10%. Sebab dia negative 500 divided by RM 500 kan?
Yeah.
Okay, times with 100%, you will get negative 10%. So maksudnya dia rugi kan di sini. Alright, sebab kau tengoklah, dia invest 5,000 tapi dia jual balik dengan 4,500. Okay, okay. The thing is, this is what happened. Okay, in the current situation sekarang, this is what happened when people don't have plan. Kadang-kadang teacher pun boleh buat macam gini. Okay, teacher invest something but I didn't get the return. ROI teacher mungkin dalam negatif. Because why? I didn't have the plan. Okay, teacher tidak plan proper planning. Sometimes kalau teacher beli barang. Okay, but if you have the macam you know that the thing will gain you, macam contoh kalau teacher jual Rubik Cube. Okay, I'm selling Rubik Cube and then I bought the Rubik Cube like 8 ringgit, but I sell to customer 15 ringgit. But the thing is, you need to consider about the shipping and also the your time, and then also how much do you spend untuk bayar booth. A lot of things about this. Okay, so that's why investment is very important. Okay, ROI, return of investment, is very important to see whether you can go far or not dalam business. Okay, ataupun dalam investment. Okay, untuk B, if Mr. Ko sell all the container after September, what is the implication? So what do you think kalau dia jual lepas bulan 9? Adakah dia akan mengalami kerugian ataupun dia mengalami keuntungan? So what is your feedback for this? Saya mau tengok macam mana kamu fikir. Okay, what do you think about this? What is apa in your mind? When it's
gain.
Okay. Kamu rasakan? Okay. Contohlah. Okay. Cameron suka apa, Cameron? What do you like?
Kasut.
Okay, kasut. Okay, contoh kasut. Okay, kasut. Okay, I think kasut should be no problem. Okay, what else besides kasut?
Guitar.
Okay, gitar. Okay, I think kasut and gitar. Okay, so that is your okay. I think sebab okay, kalau gitar sebab I think gitar dia punya konsistensi dalam jualan is very strong because of everyone will learn. Okay, every year people will learn. Every year people will learn. Okay, teacher ambil satu example paling mudah. Masih ingat Beyblade?
Oh ya, masih.
Okay. Perasan ke tidak? Beyblade last year before the MCO, what happened? Dia makin trending kan? Remember?
Yeah.
Sampai ada orang beli, sampai parent pun ada yang beli, sampai orang main. But kita kaitkan dengan apa yang berlaku, our current situation right now. Okay. Beyblade hanya boleh main bila jumpa kan, betul?
Yep.
When you are facing each other, then you can play Beyblade. But before MCO, okay, kalau perasan dia punya trending mungkin ada mungkin it getting growth, but when it come to MCO, tiba-tiba benda tu tidak dapat dibuat because one, there is no competition. Okay, number two, we cannot do it. Okay, a lot of SOP being strict for people to untuk buat pertandingan ni. Okay, untuk buat pertandingan ni there are a lot of things you need to consider. So kalau perasan terus semakin hilang nih Beyblade, perasan atau tidak?
Ya.
Tapi perasan atau tidak di kedai-kedai, dorang punya kepala, because a lot of people want to buy Beyblade. So what they did is, kalau kamu perasan, kalau kau pergi ITCC ada satu kedai dia jual Beyblade, okay? Dan Beyblade dorang masih lagi di situ kan, perasan atau tidak?
Yeah.
Because they assume that the people, okay, those youngster masih akan main. Ini yang dipanggil sebagai orang cakap, ini teacher punya apalah. Orang cakap dorang tidak fikir jauh. Okay, because why? Because they know this is just a trending. Okay, and when it comes to MCO, benda ni terus tiba-tiba akan jatuh. Okay, because of consistency dia. Because you cannot play within 1 unit. So, and then orang yang beli banyak-banyak, dia beli banyak-banyak, terpaksa dia jual dengan harga yang murah. So, kau rasa benda tu akan jadi lagi apa? Lagi menguntungkan kah atau lagi merugikan?
Merugikan.
Merugikan kan? So, bayangkan dia beli Beyblade tu RM10, satu Beyblade tu RM10 dia beli. And then dia jual dengan orang untuk gain profit, dia mungkin jual RM12, so dia untung RM2. Okay, that's how business. But the thing is, people not going to buy anymore because the competition is not there. So what they did is they reduced the price to maybe RM5 so that people can buy. Don't nampak, wow, cheap, and then we can buy. But what is the point of buying that thing when you cannot use anymore, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happened to those business ni. Dorang beli banyak, but they don't have that dorang tidak tahu benda tu boleh dijual dengan bagus atau tidak. Okay, so that's how you make business. Macam teacher sekarang, okay. Macam teacher, I'm doing online teaching. Because why? Because nowadays, if you want to go for macam online tuition center, you can, but the risiko is quite high because of the pandemic, right? That's why I think most of the sekarang ni dorang buat online tuition, okay. But until when benda ni akan berlaku? Okay, so that's why the business is there. Okay, kau kena make sure you need to promote. Kau cakap, okay, maybe you just don't limit to the pandemic. Maybe you can say, okay, mungkin kau boleh cakap, okay, let's say lah in the future kan, macam contoh, Cameron mau ajar main gitar. Okay, if you know how to play guitar already kan, so you want to teach your friend how to play guitar. So you are doing business there, like by selling your talent. Okay, you said, okay, every 1 hour saya akan ajar kamu main gitar gini, train gitu. Okay, ajar dorang. But when it comes to pandemic, you need to do online. So gitar kadang-kadang, if you can see, yes, there is an online course, but that's a lot of competition. Okay, so kadang-kadang tiba-tiba daripada harga kau RM10, contoh satu session tu ada RM20. When you do online class, tiba-tiba kau turunkan kepada RM15 because you don't want to lose with other competitor. So that's the thing about business ni. ROI dia tunjukkan sama ada orang tu worth it, okay, benda tu worth it atau tidak untuk buat investment in the future. Okay, selalunya ROI is positive when it comes to finance. Maksudnya keuangan. Okay, tapi when it comes to stuff akan berlaku negatif. Okay, because barang tidak akan tahan lama. Remember?
Yeah.
Alright. So itu saja teacher just bagi tahu saya, so that you have the some of the knowledge lah pasal ni. Kenapa kita mau belajar benda ni? Because of this is the way for you to learn, okay, what outside there. Teacher tidak pernah belajar benda ni. Then when I go out, teacher belajar sendiri. And it's struggling. It is very struggle for me to learn this thing, to make me teacher kena figure out sendiri. I have to ask people and then kena tebal muka. At least in this syllabus, at least kamu ada chance untuk think what kind of business you want to do in the future. Let's say if you want to become a streamer, okay, but for you, maybe you want to teach, or maybe you want to do some business. Trust me, after SPM, there will be a lot of business that kamu akan try buat. For example, buat sales. Yes. Alright. Okay. So ada soalan so far?
Tidak.
Ada soalan, okay. So kalau tidak soalan, teacher akan